Going over Nvidia stock here on April 2nd, 2025. Current price here is close to $110. There is one thing I wanted to mention, and again, previously I mentioned 117 to 96 is a dip opportunity, would be dollar cost averaging within those ranges. You guys already know that if you've been watching my channel here on YouTube for Bullish Raid. One thing I did not mention that I want to mention today is that 103 seems to be like a very important support level. You can see when we first made that high here of 140, we had a pullback all the way down to about $90, right? And then it took a couple days here to get purchased all the way back up above 103. You could see on the second pullback, so we got to about 131. On the second pullback, we got to that low here of about $100, and it took about 2 days before we got bought back up above 103. You can see there 103 being respected as a support. And now we have another pullback again, this time right around March of 2025, early March. We barely touched 103, right? Slightly above 103, and then had a bounce back up, and then another pullback here just as of recently, hitting that support spot on at 103.65, and then again, of course, respecting that support level as well. So I'm not going to say it's impossible that 103 can break down below, but I'm just saying I think the buyers are definitely stepping in as we get closer towards these ranges. Again, closer towards 103, a lot of buyers are stepping in. I do think we get this reversal back to 117. This is just going to be my personal opinion. And in terms of risk reward, I think there is a lot more upside move for Nvidia stock, which is why personally I wouldn't mind holding or buying more currently for Nvidia stock. I would keep an eye out for 117 being retested, followed by 124. And then again, like I said in my previous video, the 200 daily moving average, wherever it may be, is going to be tested. And the more we go sideways, it's possible the 200 daily moving average might creep down into 124, which is one of my closer price targets here in the short term for Nvidia stock. If you compare this to current prices, it's just about a 12% move. And now if you are looking for 132, which is also my next resistance to be tested after 124, 132 there is going to be right around a 20% move towards the top side. One of the main resistances I'm keeping an eye out for that will lead us to our all-time high is going to be 142. If this can break above, that will be, again, close to a 28% move, followed by the all-time high, 38% from our current prices here. So that is going to be the reward. Now I'm going to go ahead and go over the potential risk for Nvidia stock. If you do think there is going to be an overall market pullback, I would caution on 103 again being retested, and that's right around a 6% drop. And if you think 103 cannot hold as support, I'm viewing also this potential, well, this gap fill already occurred, but this potential support here right around the retracement level of $96. And if I pull this all the way down to $96, that is close to a 13% drop. And that is something I am personally keeping in mind. So I do personally have cash on the side just in case we do dip further into Nvidia stock. But again, even at these current prices, I'm not trying to time the bottom. I don't mind dollar cost averaging within the ranges of my preferable entry, right? So my preferable entry is personally between 117 and $96. Let me know what you think down below in the comments for Nvidia stock. And if you haven't commented before in any of our previous videos, feel free to try commenting now and just let us know, what your average is in Nvidia, what your plans are. Are you here just trading it for the short term, or are you actually a long-term investor looking to dollar cost average? And are you waiting for a bigger dip, or are you just also like me looking to add into a preferable range 117 to 96 for mine example? That way I'm not timing the bottom, but I'm also not missing on dollar cost averaging opportunities, right? Again, firmly, I do believe Nvidia will retest its all-time high. I think it's really cheap right now, and I think this is a really good dip opportunity. If you're talking about the Mag 7, personally, I would prefer to enter in Nvidia and Tesla at these levels, but know that, for example, Tesla has a lot of volatility, and Nvidia here, I think, is at a really good price to enter. So if I'm looking for less volatility compared to Tesla, I think Nvidia here is the go-to pick, in my opinion. If you need a community for Discord, for Nvidia or Tesla or any other stocks that I mentioned in any of our YouTube channel, feel free to join our Discord, link down below in the description. It's free to join. There's over 32,000 people, and we do have a dedicated Nvidia chat section. You don't have to pay or anything. It's free to join. You can join the Nvidia chat section and chat about Nvidia, share due diligence, look at other people's technical analysis, and really nice to just really learn from each other and view each other's opinions as well. And if you have any questions, you're more than welcome to ask it in the Discord. Now, the second part is going to be optional. You can join our Patreon if you are looking for live entries and exits on stocks and options. That is going to be with the link down below for Patreon. We have multiple analysts there sharing live entries and exits on stocks and options. We do have a permanent discount going on promotion right now if you are wanting to join while we celebrate our 5-year anniversary. Link down below for Patreon and Discord, okay? So again, Patreon's optional, Discord's free. Come on in, talk about Nvidia stock, and hope to see you there, right? Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you in the next video for Nvidia.